General A&P online students. We are now entering week 10 of our semester, and I wanted to share a couple of things as we finish up the class, this last 1/3 of the course. Looking at some of your lab exam scores, I'm a little bit concerned when I see the number of answers that are not from our lab notes and not from my lecture or lab videos, or some of them aren't even in our textbook. That's concerning, which means some people may be looking online, finding diagrams that are maybe detailed with structures that are used in other courses and not ours. So be sure that you're following the guidelines for taking an online course and you're using the tools that I put out there for you to be successful. For example, watching my videos are essential to success in the course. Some people are not watching the videos because I have tracking statistics on the videos, and those students that are doing poorly in the course aren't watching the videos. And as a result, they're guessing on the lab exams and doing poorly on the lab exams. So if you want to be successful in this course and you want to be successful in the next level, which is going to be advanced A&P, you want to make sure that you're putting forth the best effort at this level so you're getting that foundation to be successful at the next level. Because I can guarantee when we have students who barely pass general A&P, they're not successful in advanced A&P. The physiology builds on itself. It's almost like taking a math class where if you didn't understand algebra and then you go ahead and sign up for calculus, you're just not going to be successful because you didn't understand the basic concepts before you could apply them at a more advanced level. So if you're struggling this semester, if you're not using a good approach, if you're not watching the videos, you're waiting till the last minute for tests and for quizzing and homework, it might be a good idea to retake this class again next semester and come in with a better approach. Every folder in our assignments tab, if I walk you through, I did this at the beginning of the course in my introductory video, but I'm going to do it again. I'm concerned maybe some people haven't watched my introductory video. For example, if I go into this week's folder on the cardiovascular system, I go into the lecture folder, there's a video where I talk about everything in your notes packet that I provided under the syllabus tab or the PowerPoint notes. I go over those things in these two videos, and that's where you learn the material. I don't expect you to learn the material by reading the book or doing the homework, because those don't present the content in a way that kind of builds on itself. My videos are where I explain the concept from the ground up. And if you're skipping that, it's like skipping class and just showing up for the test and doing a little bit of the homework. It's not going to be enough for you to be someone who understands human physiology. And if you're going into a health career, you need to understand at least the basics of how the human body works. And when I'm seeing the lab exam scores using terms that are not even related to our course, but they're very technical, graduate level, advanced terms, that's very concerning. It's concerning on an ethical level that students would cheat on a class that's so important for healthcare. For example, if you were going to be an auto mechanic, but you cheated your way through engine fixing and repair, I would be concerned having you work on my vehicle. The same thing with the human body. If you don't care enough to learn about the human body, going into a healthcare field then is very concerning, because we hope that every student would have a general understanding of how the human body works and be able to identify basic structures. If you're shown those structures in a video and given label diagrams and flashcards to learn those parts, you should be able to then demonstrate those structures on a lab quiz. But again, some of you are just skipping the quizzes and are skipping the videos and jumping right to the quizzes and looking things up on Google, and you're failing the class or failing the quizzes and doing very poorly. There's a large number of C's in the class, which isn't typical in my face-to-face classes. In my face-to-face classes, students attend class, they listen to my descriptions, which I recorded in the videos, so watching my videos would be just like being in class. And then students tend to do a little better, and at least some of the answers they're putting down are related to things we've talked about in class, and they're not so far off. So I encourage everybody to rethink your approach to this class. Even if you're at a C, that doesn't mean that you've demonstrated that you really understand the content when I look at some of the answers you're putting in for your lab exams. So I want you to rethink this last third of the class and see if you can give it a good, honest effort and watch the videos, take notes in the lab packets that I've provided. I've given you diagrams of every model. for labeling while we go through it on the video. You have all the resources at your fingertips, but if you're skipping steps, major important steps for the class, you're not going to get much out of the class. You may get a C on your transcript and be able to take advanced A&P, but when you get to advanced, you're going to struggle. Or if you do the same methods in advanced and then you get into the nursing program, you're going to struggle there. And we're seeing that with some students. Some students that are coming in and taking general and advanced A&P and not having given that a good effort and done very well, they're really struggling in the nursing program. So here is where you have to put the effort in. If you put the effort in here, it's going to carry you through the rest of the way. And I can't emphasize that enough. I do know some of you are working hard and you're doing the right things, and I congratulate you on that effort. General A&P, is not an easy class for the average learner, so I appreciate those of you that are putting in the effort and doing well in the class. You don't have to have an A to be doing well. I just mean that you're getting through the class, you're doing the things that I'm asking you to do to learn the material. You're watching the videos, you're taking notes, and then you're doing the homework and then taking the quizzes. If you're doing those things, then you're setting yourself up for success. If you're not, you need to rethink your approach to the class, because we want everybody to be successful and not just taking this class for a grade on a transcript. We want you to learn and take that information to the next level. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I am working on this Flipgrid concept. It's a piece of technology that I'm incorporating into the class. We are required by the state for accreditation at this college to have interaction among our online students. So this is one way to accomplish that. But I have to figure out the details of it. So I'm still working on that. I'll be giving you information throughout the week. If I need to extend the deadline, I'll definitely do that. But just keep posted, keep checking the announcements on our course to see how to access that Flipgrid and get that going. All right, well, I hope you have a great rest of your week. The weather is warming up out there, which is encouraging. Spring is in sight.